forget all the wrongs and every reason why we've changed. And there's a storm inside my head. It's getting me in trouble, baby, and I can't break away. I thought that I could keep it low. Take it easy, take it slow. We ended up just like before, so take it easy, take it easy. I thought that I could keep it low. Take it easy, take it slow. We ended up just like before, so take it easy. start thinking again about our time together. When the night is over, my life is over. 'Cause I start thinking again about our time together.
there's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know my limits, you can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been finding ways to get away, to see you again, see you again.
So alive, I've never felt this way before. It must be you and I. It's got me thinking about us more. It's these bright lights, they put me in a daze, and I can't stop but think about the way that you move around up and down on that stage. It's your future vibes. Bright lights, they put me in a daze, and I can't stop but think about the way that you move around up and down on that stage. It's your future vibes. Bright lights, they put me in a daze, and I can't stop but think about the way that you move around up and down on that stage. It's your future vibes.
Yo.
Nice. Yeah, so
Are we live then on
yeah,
stream?
I was
Voice?
earlier.
I'm live now.
No, I mean,
Okay. The volume's back up. You yes, to answer other questions real quick, I was taking a break for something. I was talking to on the phone, so and for those people who I never talk in streams, well, welcome to the channel. You're new, so. So there you
go. What are you, new?
Yeah.
No. Why?
I'm not showing my war stuff. Super upset about that. So today I'm in Global Forces, right? The old USA Elite, whatever, you know. And we're in war, right? But they were throwing up their friendly challenges all like the last 2 3 days, just like hardcore, just to get up ready for war, right? And we're against D50. So essentially, I looked at all like I hit Jack's base without any
D50 or K50?
D50. D as in dog.
Oh, we just faced them.
So then happened is I saw Jag's attack, so I hit his base with like the 4 heavy tank comp or whatever. Like not even 20% on his base. I just can't get through half the stuff, right? I looked at like the first like 5 hits on that base. 4 of those guys, before the other guys started rolling in, first like 5 minutes, all used 4 elephant archer cards. That angers me so much that the game has gotten to a place where nowadays, in order to destroy a base, you need to use that. Like I'm not gonna go out and buy $10 of like elephant archers for 1 hit. Like that's just is that So
why not?
I'm just like I don't know. I'm very because like the thing is, I was very late to the sandbagging thing. Everyone was talking about it, and then when I started experiencing it, I was just like, whoa. Same thing with like when people ask me, why don't you run like supply cards and stuff like that, and I'm like, I run them, and I'm like, oh, this is what people talk about the AI being screwed up. Like I hate this. This is awful, So I just
okay. Hold on. I'm going to stop you there in regard to the AI. The AI makes perfect sense.
Okay, dude.
It is different varying on the troop compositions that you use, but it's a computer algorithm and it functions exactly the way that it's supposed to. If you don't understand how it works, then you don't understand that. But that's you not understanding. That has nothing to do with the fucking AI.
No, I'm pretty sure that's where you're wrong on that one, because it's like the fact is, when you have a majority of the player base has been playing this game for a long time and they're doing things consistently the right like way they do, and then 3 or 4 out of like 10 attacks, the AI decides it wants to do something different. That's the AI making an awful choice, not the user going, well, let me go ahead and choose to walk in front of this like mortar and kill die to everything,
No. See, and there's the discrepancy, right? The AI, it makes the same decision every single time. It's not but the fallacy therein is how they're recording that information in order to present it as a replay. So I can guarantee if these people actually watched their replays or shared their replays along with those gripes, you would be able to watch the replay and say, here's where your problem is.
Right.
This is why it did it.
Let the howitzer wander, and it's gonna walk in front of a tower, because that's what howitzers do.
No, it's because it targeted the close, and I explained this on stream once upon a time. It's like draw a circle around your troop, draw a bigger circle around your troop. The first thing to come into range of that circle is what it's going to go for. Period.
A rally can control where all the troops are, but after the rally, in between rallies, you can't control their movement. So you can kind of like say, if I rally here, I think they'll wander off to about here, which is safe. But when they start doing stupid shit, like just going in and walking in front of a tower and dying, you can't control that. That's not the user's fault.
No. Well, okay. It's not a blame thing. That's how it works, though. It's not a matter of blame. No, and that's, I guess, another problem is that it's not a matter of blame. It just is what it is. It's like, I clicked on something and something happened. That's just the way that it functions. I don't understand why people seem to want to always blame the AI and say, oh, the AI is all screwed up. No, the AI is not screwed up. I can tell you, when I look at a base and I watch what my troops are doing, 99% of the time I can tell you exactly what happened.
In this instance, it's either the AI is screwed up or the user is screwed up. There is no in between. So when you rally and it wanders and dies, that's
all right. Then the user fucked up.
Pretty much every time, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, Lax. I'm telling you, it's based on the AI. The user fucked up on their rally. I've screwed up war attacks. You know, if you really push came to shove, I could show you war attacks where my troops went full fucking, stupid and decided to wander around a wall in front of a cannon tower and an archer tower. And sure enough, there goes your howitzers. There goes, right? Things start dying. But people design bases based around that screw up in the AI, if you want to call it. Right. But that's how it functions. I mean, DeButcher would vouch for that. 9 out of 10 of his oil bases are based around the fact that that's how the AI functions, right? So it'll target something on the other side of a wall, and if there's a gap close enough to where that is, the heavy tanks, for instance, tanks will wander around that wall rather than going straight through it.
There's a difference between coding for something that was meant to be in the game and coding for a mistake, and I feel like when you are building a base for something that was meant to happen in the game. So like if the AI was what we call perfect, I'm telling you, Napoleon, all these guys that have 5 range would be shooting from 5 range every single time, not just walking up and saying, oh, let me go like make out with this building, even though my description says I have 5 range. Why? Because like what is that? So just because the butcher can sit there and make a base that just kind of makes fun of like the how shitty the AI is doesn't mean that it's all of a sudden like
the last part of that description was apt. Ugh. We found a fair war. We found a fair matchup. I feel bad for these guys.
I'm just so angry. I can't believe that I have to go into war with these guys and I have to use $10 per attack. It just pisses me. So
I hear you, man. What are your thoughts, Clint? What are your feelings? You've been living with this garbage for however long we have.
In regards to car armies and stuff. Sorry,
what's that?
In regards to what specifically? Sorry.
Oh, the pay to win crap.
It sucks. I mean, absolutely. And the frustrating part for us is, do a few of us buy a few card armies occasionally? But I spend like $20 a month on the game. We are not spenders as an alliance at all. In fact,
holy crap! Yeah, you are.
You spend like 0. So, like, what we do is we load anywhere between 0 to like 4 to 6 bases max at a time, and it's just like with whatever. So, but that's not even close to anything competitive. With what we play, to be honest. Like right now, we're facing an alliance in the top 10, and they load every base max with premium cards, field howitzers or elephant archers, and we can't compete with that.
Blows.
Like we just simply can't compete with that because those of us who buy cards use them on defense. I never use any cards on offense that are like, unless I get them from an event or something. So do we try to kind of dabble in that realm because we have to? Yeah, but are we even competitive or on the same level? And I mean, frankly, I think without any cards in play, we could probably still make the alliance in play, but we just don't have a chance because of that.
I think that eventually what's going to happen with the game is that there's going to be a small group of people willing to spend money. Like, the game's short, like, people are playing less and less. I will agree.
Well, that's what's happening already. You see a lot of people burning out in the top alliances, or you see them congregating, essentially, right?
That's congregating, I think it's a good word. I like that.
Yeah, they're congregating into a few alliances, and that's the group who's willing to do that, and that's cool and good for them, and whatever. But for the other 98%, 99%, it is not that awesome. And to be honest, I don't even think that group. I think that group would spend either way on some facet of the game if it was presented to them. But I think many of them will get burnt out too, and have been. And that's what that congregation is that we're seeing, right? So I don't think it's a lasting formula in any aspect because, yeah, they're willing to spend, but they'll spend on almost anything if you present it to them to a certain context. And I don't mean to sound that in like a condescending way, but they'll pay to advance. they'll pay to make their base look cooler, like many other games have done with cosmetic things or something
Right.
like that. You know, like there's a lot of options to set them apart in the way that I think they desire, essentially, without making war based on that and the results based on that. And that's kind of what we've seen. And it's, you know, I've seen many top alliance players post on their frustration with this too. And I think it's leading to a lot less spending on the whole, or I would imagine it is. So I don't really think it's accomplishing their goal necessarily. And it certainly won't long term.
No, if they have like what, an 8-year plan for the game, as they were saying in that one press release. So my thing is, in 8 years, what, you're gonna have a small group of 100 people that are playing the game and are spending money, and that's it. You know, okay, probably not 100 people. Let's just say between Asia servers and this, probably gonna have something like maybe 10K players. All right, that's a guess. All right, 10K players who are playing the game dedicated to it. Like, is that really what you want your game to be? It just, oh man, it's so irritating. Like.
But not even that amount of spending, though. That's why we're seeing the congregating, right? I really think you're more closer to the 100, 200 mark of people that are willing to do this. And I think it's small-minded, and I think if they want to look at microtransactions from a global perspective, and you're really talking about revenue, because, hey, the games are a business, that's fine. I think you could certainly generate more revenue doing different things that would appeal to a more broader perspective.
Mm.
Right.
Yep. That's the problem, though. Is like I feel like
kind of a numbers dude, so you know.
As a business, though, they would have to figure it. Like I keep saying this on my stream, and it's like this is what bugs me is that I hate the way the system is now, but they're a business. They're gonna have to figure out an alternate way to make this work, and I don't think they have an answer for that yet because this is very successful for them. Sure, it is.
Has it been as much the last 3 months?
I mean, we don't have the numbers in front of us.
Users certainly matter because it makes the game dynamic for all levels of players, including that
like,
group that
so like
correct?
Not to put Joel.
I mean, there's a lot of things you need to think of.
Not to put someone like Joel. He bought like 100 of those MK4 cards, right? I am sure there are players like him out there doing the same thing. So are they losing out on the long haul? Probably not. They're probably getting way more money. And like the fact is, like, I don't know how we need to, like, Amelia was a great start to buff offense, but I would love it so that you don't have to use troop cards to, like, and that, there's a rule of, like, skill and just, like, raw firepower. And so, like, back in the day, you know, but it's just, like, I don't know, right now.
How many alliances, if you look at the top 10, though, how many alliances are really full of people doing that? And that's what I'm talking about as far as consolidating, right? You see a lot of alliances with under 10 members. It's ridiculous. That's growing. That's a whole nother topic. But you see that number of abandoned alliances or reformed alliances or whatever you want to call it. And then you see the number of alliances that were once powerful and kind of, I don't know. I just, like I said, I think the number of top alliances is decreasing. Because
absolutely.
And because of the pay-to-win aspects. And that doesn't make the game fun for those guys either, right? Because then they're forced to do these things. There's like a tension. It's almost like a job at that point. And I've heard comments from people that have been in that position. It's like a job. And it's not fun. And when they're paying requirements, I mean, shoot, what are you spending? You're spending 8 premium troop cards on attacks, and then whatever you donate to a base, so call it 4. So 12 premium troop cards in war? To be competitive? For those top alliances that fill every war base and make every attack, and that's how they do it? Like, that's a crazy, it's like, what, $25 a war?
Yeah, what? Per player, maybe.
Yeah, per player.
Per player. Like, I estimated that one war that I did with Fresh, there was no less than $500 spent for that one war.
Yeah.
$500.
And that's fine, but how many alliances are doing that, though?
That was only on one side of the things, right?
Because of this, too.
Yeah.
So these are the things that you have to look at from a big perspective. And I think that's why you see them seemingly like going in the face of the community, having these ridiculous elephant archer sales, is because like that's gonna draw the people who know that that's kind of a requirement out to spend to some extent.
Wow. No.
But
See, and that's I remember the invitation that I sent you to the Last Outlaws. That conversation. That's why I invited you there, is because I want your input there. I want to take that forward. By the way,
yeah.
I sent you an invitation to the Last Outlaw server because there's a.
Oh, did you?
I did.
I didn't see that.
You never pay attention. You hate me.
What did you? When did you PM this to me?
I thought I PM'd it to you like yesterday or 2 days.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
You see it there?
It's been a crazy week, dude.
Yeah, no, it's all good, man. But jump in there and see what's going on, and let me know. I want your thoughts too, right? Because I know you're in touch with it, and you know, I think that you're well spoken, and you're also one of the top tier alliances. So you know, why not?
I appreciate that. But yeah, certainly I'll check it out and give my input. Absolutely, it is joined right now, by the way.
Okay, cool. Yeah, give it a read.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah, I was recording my wonderful 3-star war attack, but my recording software just died. I love it. I love that.
That's awesome.
Wonderful. That's lovely. Thanks.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I had a 3-star war attack too. Fucking, let's just be moaning the wax about it. Fucking, but 4 times 4, 16 field howitzers popping out and just burning me. I used 3 decoys, but the problem was I looked away when it happened, and you can't do that. So.
Are you running iOS?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm still overtly frustrated that the decoy is still busted on Android.
Yeah, I've heard about that. That's awful.
I think that's something that's a severe downfall that needs to be addressed on the basis that decoy is so powerful. If I had the option to, like, I can run with 1 and get away with it, but I watch people's World War attacks and they're dropping like 4 and 5 decoys, and it's like that's exactly what I would be doing. That's how these people are making it through those bases, right? Is it because it distracts everything from your troops?
Yeah, I bring in 5 now. My war attacks.
See, there you go.
I don't use them all at once, obviously, but
yeah, no, I've seen people put as many as 3 down on iOS though, and it just kind of handles it. It just kind of rolls, right?
For some reason, my account got super lagged out like last Thursday, I believe, and it was like noticeable immediately in game. And I've contacted customer service. They gave me kind of the delete reinstall garbage that you normally get, and I contacted Tin Soldier and before, but on the forums, but I haven't heard back from them. But it's really bad. Like even farming, I get lag.
Really?
Yeah, it's like I think it's something in my player cache or something. I don't know enough about it, but it's something account specific because like Mira will load my account and get the same lag on her device when she does it on her account.
That's messed up, man.
Yeah, so I'm
so like broken. They're like, hey, you know that DB flag that says add lag? Go ahead and flick that to on.
Yeah, it seriously was like that. It was like I was just sitting there playing one night, and then at like 9 o'clock, all of a sudden it was just like lag city, and I'm like, what the shit just happened? And I don't know. I'm trying to get it resolved, but
Oh, speaking of Storm Elite, I'm looting now, and I just came across Storm Elite.
I've been coming across a lot of people. Verna, like Dale Pineapples, all these like top people.
That my Greek salad comp is working out exceedingly well.
He's at a
I'm already back up to 22,800 oil. It's like a no-brain attack, though, right?
Very no-brain.
But it's fun. It's fun. I love watching those bazookas just blow stuff up, right?
I use them for cleanup. So, like, yeah, you're definitely using a.
Oh,
I saw NorCal is super excited about doing it with me. That's great.
Sorry, excuse me for a minute here, guys. Little man just woke up.
It is interesting to see though that for one player in the world, versus I think he's just like he's got work and he travels a lot and he's busy. Surprising. I was like,
So how's your visit over in global whatever fleet doing?
all right,
Horses.
talk much. They waited like 3 days to do it. I guess they wanted to know if I was in. I opted myself in. Like, when I went in, they had just finished a war. Global Union had just finished a war. I opted in immediately. And then they waited like a day to start the war, and then they asked me if I was coming in for the next war. I was like, I've been opted in since like I got here, so I really know. So miss that or skip that, but I've been opted in. So then after I opted in, and said sure. It still took like another 2 days, like get the war started, and almost. They went up against the Hong Kong Wolves, and it was really funny because in literally the first 5 minutes of the war, the Wolves had already like perfect scored, like got really
Wow.
close. Like it was just like, damn, they all just, holy crap. I never seen a team assemble that quickly. Back that was quick. I don't know. I think Global Force. In this war, all D50, they all went all offensive. Go figure, right? Their bases are like subpar. They're like not the best. Uh, but they gave me a full atomic guy with like level 12 walls, and I know he has the salad and heavy tanks. Also in war, they threw in like the Japanese troops, like the like a whole like they threw in like two of those like 35 Japanese strong, and my base sucks. Like it was just kind of like what? I checked the like top 15, and all the top 15 had 2, 3 troop cards each. Obviously, the top like five of them had like four. Like that's like I don't. If you're gonna get 5-starred, like why does it matter at that point? Like just save that stuff.
Gosh, we're in a heck of a war right now with Dutch warlords.
Oh yeah, are they tough?
Very.
Like how tough, like Steiny's kind of base.
Um. Well, they're. Let me give you an example. They've got some more players too. They're very good. Very good. They're 11 is a 223 with triple D.
Level 7s? Are they 6s or 7s?
I don't know.
That's the
Hard
real
is the answer.
way to
Like I
tell.
said, they loaded every base, max, stronghold, premium troops, and they have 3 bags. So pretty awesome.
Like a blast.
Yeah, we're doing really good though. I'm really excited. Like we're. I know that sounds like kind of cliche or whatever, but like, I mean, we only have 7 bases cleared, but we have 71 stars and 31 attacks, and we've left all their sandbags open, so we have 15 easy stars to get at any point in time.
Yep.
And they only have 110, and they're facing that, they only have 20 hits left. They've failed multiple times against bases which we haven't even loaded and have no defensive coalitions. So they went all defense and we went all offense except for about 6 coalitions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Total. So, and we only loaded I think 4 bases, in hopes of maybe holding them off a star or 2 at best. But I mean, clearly we're at a ridiculous disadvantage on every level. So.
Yep.
So, in spite of all these odds, I feel like we're doing very well. It's basically like 86 to 110 with the same amount of hits. So. And we have.
Gonna be leaving. Look at the out you go.
Yeah. Where you going?
Probably back home.
Cool. Well, just let me know. We'll figure it out.
Okay. Our war. Has 11 hours left.
My poor little man. Did I get ditched?
No, we're still here.
Oh, hey. So we got a bed delivered today. We got a new bed. But the problem is, of course, now we got to shuffle a whole bunch of stuff and get rid of our old bed. Yeah, so, and I think I want to paint as well. So there's a new chore. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. That's what I keep telling myself. It'll be a good time. It'll be fun.
Wait, paint.
Painting a bedroom. Moving a whole bunch of stuff around. Yeah, up here in Canada, we paint our beds lots. We have a special paint that we put on our beds. I just hit an industrial base that had 4,500 oil.
Oh.
So you finally encountered the pay to win. It's gross, right? I
That's
think that's
gross.
all. That's the only thing you can say about it. It's disgusting. It really is. So I don't know. Well, something will change, though. You know, rest assured, something will change. It always does.
No,
You know?
they'll figure out the bottom line. You know,
Well, I mean, they're
I'm confident.
yeah. It's not their first rodeo,
Yeah.
but you know, we
In
all
the
know that.
meantime, though.
In the meantime, it's hard to suffer through, man. It really is.
Yeah.
We're fortunate. We're fortunate in a sense that the alliances that we've been facing, for the most part, were 6 out of 7, and as far as fair matchups,
Yep.
and they're not pay to win. If they were pay to win, we would be
lucky.
screwed. We'd be absolutely pooched. But like I said, we're not anywhere close to where you guys are at in PT. That's for sure.
Yeah,
So.
it's just, you know, I think you're bordering on it. I think it's a small step because, like I said, it's consolidating. So
Oh yeah, but
I think like 2 more people in your lineup, and then all of a sudden you'll be seeing the same thing, and that's not necessarily a good thing. But
I think yeah.
I mean, even like I know Active Warriors, we faced them, and they loaded every base too.
Did they really?
Yeah, 3 matchups in a row, and never stood a chance.
Active Warriors. That's Chadwick's.
Yep.
Yeah. But I mean, I remember we were talking about that last time, and I said they're hardcore pay to win, and I called them out on it. I called them out on it too, right?
Hardcore.
So like, it's not that doesn't really surprise me though.
But they never stood a chance either way. It was remarkable.
It was a waste.
It was hilarious, to be honest.
A waste of everybody's time. Stop wasting our time.
And I don't mean to call anyone out specifically by name or anything. So I'm just saying that because they bag now too, and so they would be solidly in your realm.
I'm not sure if they would be solid. I know that their base designs need a lot of work. Because
they got a few big players recently, but
I mean, I'm not talking about big players. You can be a big player and have a garbage design.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's kind of what I'm referring to.
Oh no, I'm not calling it a winner. I'm just saying average-wise, I think you guys would solidly be able to match them because I think they would be below you, but it would be in the realm of matching possibility. So,
okay.
Yeah, no, that's all I'm referring to.
Yeah, it's hard, but I mean, I don't know. I guess the thing is that at the end of it all, because I mean, I started playing this game before War was even around, as did you, as did a lot of people. And the point for me is that I still like actually playing the game, right? And I guess that's kind of the point as to why this game has kind of persevered as long as it has, is because people like playing this game.
Yeah.
It's a fact. 30 Helens agree. DomiNations is fun to play. And you can't, like, that's not really something that you can argue with. I mean, there's a lot of players, but and I guess the other thing I try and keep it light in the back of my mind is that I don't know what portion of the market we represent.
Yeah.
And us being like the vocal English speaking market. You don't, like, I don't know. How big is this over in Europe? How big is this in the US?
Yeah.
How, like, there's even an alliance in Halifax, right? Not that they're active, but I mean, the point being, somebody found this game once upon a time from Nova Scotia and was involved enough to actually get, 10 or 20 guys together into the same alliance. So I don't know how big it is. And that's just the English speaking ones. I don't speak Chinese. I don't speak Korean.
Yeah, it's huge over there.
So for all we know, yeah, like you said, it could be, it's huge over there. So I don't know, where do you put that? How do you gauge that, right?
But I think universally, from a personality and psychology standpoint, for lack of a better word, is like people just feel the same way about this stuff. And I find it interesting that some posts from people translating the Korean forums put the same issues at hand that we do. You know what I mean? I think that's just a consumer product market kind of perspective. And I think that kind of is universal in a way.
Okay.
Certainly doesn't speak to, you know, populations or how many active players there are or where they're from or whatever. No one does that for Next on the DHG, but certainly I think from a standpoint of issues, that from what I've seen, they're pretty universal.
Okay. They all have the same kind of frustrations, those that are vocal
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah, that I know of.
Because the other perspective that I heard is that they don't really care. They're like, whatever, they just play the game. They don't, there's no
Maybe in
complaint.
regards to like sandbagging, but pay to win. It's different.
Yeah, see, and the pay to win is the latest one. Sandbagging is only a problem.
But even sandbagging, I saw translation of the Korean forum issues not within the last 3 weeks. This is somebody who translates the Korean forum regularly and posts like the translation of what's going on in there for perspective, which is awesome. And they said sandbagging was an issue. They laid out 3 things that they translated. Pay to win was one. Sandbagging was another, and I forget the third, but I found it very fascinating that it was exactly the same things going on in ours.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe we do need to have that perspective as far as we are kind of the universal voice, so to speak, or the voice that we know of.
Yeah, I mean, so while we have to maintain that we, you know, only see our perspective, which of course is true, that from a consumer product standpoint, I think that perspective could be extrapolated across many markets. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's valid.
Because I think people share frustration in the same elements. You know, I'm pretty good friends with a leader of a very, very good alliance, and we talk regularly. And they're like, just like, I'm tired. You know, this is hard. this is work.
This isn't really that much fun, right?
Yeah, this is a job. Like this isn't meant to be a game.
Well, see, and that's
all these extra requirements and spending requirements, and I have to raid so much to get NGGs and all this stuff.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
it's not sustainable long term. It's not.
It's not going to work, and I mean that's why I've always had the standpoint of Marla before she left the game entirely actually did go to the extent of putting up a forum post that literally outlined that your coalitions, having high level coalitions, is encouraging unhealthy gameplay. Hardcore, right?
Yeah, that's
it encourages one of 2 things. It's either you're encouraging spending or you're encouraging unhealthy gameplay. Take your pick, right? It's not, you can't have that both ways.
But even that, at least you can earn from just playing a lot. You know what I mean? Like that's totally true, but at least you could quasi say, okay, I could raid this X amount, especially elementals, and be able to do it, right?
Quasi.
But I was making an argument here. But the stronghold thing is you can't.
No, you can't. You can't. There's no reason. There's no mechanism that allows you to go and do that. And that's what Lax and I talked about this briefly on several occasions. We've talked about it in regard to what are you supposed to do about that, right? How are you supposed to account for that? And sadly, I think the answer is, well, you can't really, not with the current situation anyways.
No, they changed it with the tactics change. And they changed it with the thing that's going to spawn no matter what. The spawning no matter what is really the key element.
Yeah, it's kind of, you should be allowed to 7th, but I don't know how they would.
Even with the tactics change, if you could just prevent them from coming out, it would be a different story, but
it doesn't work that way.
And here's the slippery slope. We've seen all these elements starting with NTGs, then going to troop cards, then going to strongholds, and then going to the tactics thing and the stronghold spawn, right? It was the last 2, the stronghold spawn and the tactics change, in my opinion, that really pushed it over the edge.
Yeah, yeah. Well, see, balancing is important. A game has to have balance. You have to identify what troops are too strong, what troops are too weak, and you have to have that ongoing balancing. Um, but you're right. The balancing just came at the exact wrong time, and everybody kind of is unified in agreeing that that came at the exact wrong time. It was like you guys haven't addressed the matchmaking algorithm, matchmaking problems. So how are you supposed to then say, oh well, it's unbalanced? Well,
Yeah,
of course it's
compounding.
unbalanced. You guys have admitted that it's unbalanced, and we all know that it's unbalanced. Nobody's, that's not even a conversation, right? Fix the balancing first by means of fixing the matchmaking algorithm, and then we'll talk about the other, right?
I mean, and even with all these factors, if they just, speaking of what you're saying, balance 3 troop cards, I think skilled players could moderately survive. But right now, it's those 3 troop cards that are ruining the game. Big time.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Do you think I know for a fact I couldn't compete if every single stronghold that I came up against?
That's ridiculous.
I would be
Christopher.
forced.
It's so frustrating too from a teaching standpoint.
Man,
And
like, how do you teach a Greek player? How do you teach somebody that's, at my level and not an extremely good attacker? Like, what your advice would be? You need to switch to Roman, or you need to go atomic, or you need to switch to British, or you need to switch to Korean. The answer is, it's not balanced enough, and you need to remove the pay to win aspects.
But even if you did that, with the true balance the way it is, it's no guarantee. It's no, like, it's hard.
Yeah, it is.
I consider myself a pretty damn good player, and I'm confident in that. And going up against 4 howitzer cards or 4 elephant archer cards, and it's
a pain in the butt.
It's just a different game, man. And
the
like,
one time
unless
that I
you
had
have
to
those
do it,
cards, like, you just you make one mistake and stuff. And even then, if you don't make a mistake, it still may be done. It literally, like, the stars have to align.
Yeah.
So
Every single time.
If that challenges a lot.
That mortar fire, if that mortar comes down into the wrong time, then you're screwed. Sorry.
Yeah.
Good try. But sorry, that mortar just came down just at the wrong time, and there goes your troops. You're done. Right. So it's, I don't know, like the one time that I 5-starred somebody, and I did use troop cards. I used a troop card. I don't even think it was a good one. But I used a troop card, and I managed to 5-star somebody. But that guy was, understand that guy was like, 7 below me or 8 below me. Like, that wasn't what Nexon or what Big Huge Games classified as my equal. Right. And that's the other scary part, is that guy was not my equal as far as their matchmaking algorithm. I wasn't supposed to even be touching that guy with my 2 war attacks. I shouldn't have been hitting that low, right? By all means, I should have been hitting much higher. So,
I mean, so here we are. We're at a 30 level disadvantage because of sandbagging, and then we're at a 4 troop card disadvantage. And those troop cards being elephant archers and howies. Like, it is what it is.
that's such a pain, man.
It's sad.
How much? I gotta ask. How much swearing goes on in your Alliance chat?
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Not by quite a bit, but yeah, we're pretty PG-13. But yeah, I just dropped some F-bombs and talked about punting a dog earlier. After I,
And learn this. Lee Oak. She seems like cool bean. She just joined today. She's been following Laxa stream and my stream. I'm not sure if that's going to make her a better attacker.
Is it?
Leanne, or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
I saw your thing earlier.
Yeah, that's. I'm gonna have a go. We're gonna see what her base is all about. I love the fact that what's his face? Norkeltone decided he was gonna go ahead and
Yeah, that's awesome.
Throw it on the challenge, eh? Throw it on the gauntlet. He's like, if I want to go and destroy Clint,
He's my best friend.
I'm like,
That's
yeah,
so
buddy.
funny.
Yeah, buddy. This is where it's at. This is how you're gonna get it done. I love this. I love the prospect of it, though. Like, understand that I love the prospect of it because it eliminates.
Wait, did you
it
just
eliminates
say-
that.
He's your best friend. Is that sarcasm I hear?
Yes.
No, not at all. That's not
No.
sarcasm. What are you talking about? Yeah. See I don't know. I'm not sure what to tell you, man. Man, I think it's great. I think it's great. I'd love to see you guys going at it.
He's
Right?
my buddy. I was just talking to him on Facebook today too. It made my day literally to have fun with him all day.
To have to what?
Have fun with him all day.
Yeah.
He made a post about Glory Decay on Facebook, and I had to point out that he kind of trolled my forum post on Glory Decay not 2 months ago, and that maybe he changed his position and should amend that original post. And you know, he didn't understand that, of course.
No, he
No.
doesn't understand.
And then he came out with some Venom, and I just kind of laughed it off and moved on. And then subsequently, I saw that he wanted to have a little fun in the Lone Wolf Challenge. So I'm very excited about this. I definitely would appreciate any way to level the playing field and have a little friendly duel, because we're about the same level, I think. And
You and he?
yeah, I think he may be a little bit above me, but not too far off.
XP wise, maybe.
And, yeah, XP wise, totally.
That'd be awesome.
That's what,
So-
190, 195, something like that? You're
191.
191. What? Really?
Yeah.
How are you 191?
Yeah, I'm awesome. I keep it
Is
low.
that seriously all you are?
Yeah.
I
How the hell?
I checked. I thought you were like 215 or 2 something. That's why I was like, oh yeah, he's definitely high. Duh, yeah.
I like keeping it low.
Wow, that's like I'm 193, buddy. I'm a 193, so I'm.
By the way, you're gonna jump like 2 or 3 levels in Atomic once you hit. So I was like, I did the roads, you had 10 extra roads, 4K XP each road. I was just like, whoa, jump like 3 levels on that.
Really?
Yeah.
For what roads?
Yeah, just for adding the 10 roads in Global or Atomic, you get like 2, 3
No,
levels.
I added those roads already.
I didn't add them till like 2 days ago, and I was like, wait, I just went from like 180, like 187 to 190. I was like, oh heck yeah.
My roads are level 6 right now.
Oh, sorry, I lied. I'm a 194.
Wait, you said your roads are level 6?
Yep.
Wow, dude, you could totally be like so much higher. You could probably be a 200, 210 maybe.
But offensively, what are you sitting at? Do you figure, Clint?
What do you mean?
Like, so offensively, do you have everything atomic?
No. I mean, my factories are all level 1. And that's really the
Okay,
big
so for
thing
the-
about going offense.
I guess the question is,
And I'm
for
working,
the offensive troops that you use, are they all maxed?
No. I have Strike Fighter 1, MK1 right now.
Okay.
So I'm working heavy on those. My generals, I have one general at 21. I have one that I just started the 20 upgrade on, and then the rest are 11. And I surely have a lot of defense to go.
If you're sitting at 191 in the atomic age and you hit like you do, yeah, I'd say you got a lot of defense to work on.
Yeah.
Man, I've seen some of the stuff that you hit, and that's like you say 191, and I'm like, what the crap, man? Seriously? That's scary.
It's been something I've been thinking about since like gunpowder. So I recently did my miners are maxed now, which was a big one that I had not upgraded since like a long time.
Your what are maxed out?
My wall miners,
Oh, okay.
they're totally maxed out, and I just maxed my infantry too. So
Engineers.
the only 2 troops that I don't have maxed, my mortars are guard mortars, or my next upgrade is guard mortar, and then of course raiders is my next upgrade is dragoon raiders.
That's the first thing. That's the first thing that you got to upgrade, man. Is that's the first thing you upgrade every 8.
What I feel like I was telling you we should work on is getting the factory up, because attack heli is actually the new supply truck. I don't know if you guys.
I may start doing that, but attack heli is so far down the road. Like bazookas and APCs would be awesome.
The reason I say is like I've been watching these Korean attacks, dude, and like everyone in GF uses them, but it's like they have 5k hit points. They sit in the back of like where the army. They fly over walls. Like the only thing that hits them is just like sand batteries. They have enough to tank like 1 or 2, like maxed out ones, right? And like they're amazing. So good. Their cards are like on crack.
They're healing carts on crack.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna just kind of like say this up front. I think, in my opinion, whatever, that the healing needs to be taken out of this, because the thing is, healing, whether they have the healing utility, does not enable them or disable them from doing their job. All they're meant to do is to transport a group of soldiers. So the fact that they have the healing capabilities, I feel like right now is a little bit out of balance. So they should heavily nerf the healing, or just take it out completely for attack heli, because people are abusing it and using it like something it's not meant to be. So I think the devs need to kind of look at that.
You think?
Oh, PS, NorCal Tone is a 212, so like I guess I'm super wrong about that. He's way ahead of me. I just look at his base and think mine is better, so maybe that's why I'm confused.
Norcal Tone, if you're listening, we love you.
yeah, Norco will.
Nah, he's always been nothing but respectful and kind to me.
Every time you're right. So you and your.
No, he never has. He's never yelled at me in the boot camp. And I've only ever had to prove him wrong. I think once he showed that base off. That was actually pretty fun. I was hoping that he would comment on that, because he was using an old school base, and then Friendly Challenges of course came back, and I was like, oh look, this is the base that Norcal Tone said that he had. So in any instance, I did 5.
He's got really good bunkers.
Does he?
Yeah. MK2s are awesome. Much better than MK1s.
Oh my god, please stop.
His IA towers are awesome too.
Dude, those IA towers. You can actually hit on that because you have your John Deere camouflage towers, you know?
Yeah.
Your John Deere camouflage. Those are what, 11s?
They're atomics.
Yeah, no, but like Willow.
Like...
10, they're 10, right? 10? Or maybe
No,
it's 11,
they gotta
right?
be 11.
Yep, 11.
I'm working on mine right now. That's why I kind of. I know that one.
11 are awesome, man. I have 594 GPS. They're crazy.
Crazy.
I still have a couple units and levels in you to go to.
9, 10, 11, 12. I have 13 level 10 walls that need to be upgraded. That's it. And 3 gates.
Nice.
And then comes the next upgrade. I've got a few of those ones though too. I love the bases down here.
Yeah, they're very.
It's awesome.
The bases down here are so much fun. Hey, look, I love that giant box base that you built. That's fantastic. And I'm glad you listened to Lax's stream and took his advice on how to build a base. Welcome to Walmart.
Trying to finally dig. I've been off for so I'm doing those generals and like coalitions. I need to wait till I have enough work stuff to get the mill created. But I'm going first for is the heavy tanks. I'm prioritizing that over everything right now. Higher rating comp right there.
I still like my field howitzers. I'm in love with them. I'm in love with my field howitzers. On Kona, that is.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on, you guys.
On your main account.
Surprise! How messed up would that be? That'd be kind of fun. Okay, now where are you guys going? The bazookas, you were talking about the AI getting a little bit messed up, and I think I know why. Suspected. The reason that it appears to be messed up in certain instances is because the range is based on the center of a building, not on the edge of it. And it's about perspective, which, Clint and I were talking about. Right? So it's based on the fact that the perspective of your attack, and when you're looking at a base, is actually slightly on the angle. You're not looking at it straight up and down. You don't look at the top of the base, right? And we already know that kind of messes with things. Right?
By the way, resetting my phone to stock. The game runs like 10 times smoother. And it runs smoother. Like, it just feels like I'm playing on like an iPad. I'm like it just the game just feels like it's locked at a specific frame rate, and it's just like dead smooth. Oh hell yeah! So
try
only
dropping
thing
some decoys.
Do what?
Drop some decoys.
Yeah, I gotta drop some decoys out later.
Train like 3 decoys and go ahead and try and drop them in on stream. Let's see what happens. But yeah, I hear you. I mean, I wipe mine. Oh, I don't know. Probably once a year I go and wipe mine.
Well, it's just nice because like running the slim ROM that I was running, like half the like when it updated just now, it updated like 19 apps that were preloaded on the phone. But slim ROM, you don't have to deal with that. On top of that, I have Exposed on there, which lets me do pretty much custom OS stuff. Like, I want the clock, instead of being on the top, like, instead of having a status bar on the top, I want it to be like on the side. Like, just take up the like left side of the like the screen or something like that. Like, or I want I want this cool effect to open up when I open up like app. It just shows butterflies everywhere, and it's like, it does that. It's cool. So you just
I want me.
Exposed has like thousands of apps that do itch things, like plays like SpongeBob music, make up like the alarm clock, and it's like the coolest thing because it jacks up the volume and boosts it, and it just goes and plays that like that alarm clock he has. I love it. It's great. There's other ones for like just specific stuff. It's great. Loved it. The best one was the YouTube background play, so you can turn off the phone and like it just plays music or whatever. And then the other one is the ad blocker, so you don't have to like watch ads on YouTube. I'm like, heck yeah, that right there is what I want. Yes.
That's the only one I care about.
The boot manager's nice because you can choose what apps to boot up and don't, and you can faster, kind of like a computer. It's nice. I like.
The boot manager.
The boot. BA boot. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Not really.
Whatever you do, don't mess with any of the memory stuff, right?
Always.
You know that? You don't mess with the memory that.
I'm gonna break your device. How you do it?
Bye. Don't touch the memory. Leave the memories alone. You're not old enough to be touching the memories. Did you get that? That was a bit of a dad joke there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Don't you be touching the memories. Bye.
Father.
But father, I like the memories. The memories are nice.
I love touching the fire. I love getting. Oh, you like getting burned, huh? Yeah, I should have dropped when you were a kid. God, sorry, that's really bad, but.
Oh.
Is that like a flashback?
No, it was a roast joke. I like getting burned, so I just ripped the spot. Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah, it was a flashback.
Trip out.
No. Nom.
Plane down. Let's see. So I got 3 stars on my target. Let's see how he did. I'm ranked 2nd. They don't want to touch me. That's not even true. Well, Crayola's back in wars now.
He's the brightest one in the... He's a crayon, right?
He's a crayon.
So is he like a
No.
brown, or is he like a yellow or a white?
I don't know what color he is. He'd be red. Blood red.
Rest is he?
Oh yeah, he's got a scary base. I hate his base. Quite literally, I hate his base.
The cool thing about him is he must be rather... Axel, please.
Back, please don't.
Sure, kids just grab him and just eat. Okay. Oh yeah, you're supposed to eat these, right?
My walls are looking pretty good, I must say. They're getting there. They're not lax approved just yet, but I'm working on it.
So, so it took me, surprisingly, it didn't take me that long to grab the walls and an appropriate level. I thought it was going to take me a lot longer. And
but how long were you playing? Like, how many hours a day were you putting in?
it was like, okay, when you're in an industrial, or global, hitting those little industrial bases, anything.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm doing. I mean, but I think it's a fair question. Because I'm certainly not going at the same rate that you were. You said you were getting like 8 a day?
The level 12s, 11s, 12s, and 13s, I was doing 10 to 20 a day. The
Holy
level
crap, man.
14s, though, that was no... I think... Yeah, I couldn't. Like, my heart could not take that.
That's insane, though. Like, I'm getting like 4, maybe 6 a day, and those are for the level 11s.
With the heavy
Yeah.
tank comp, you just drop and you lane, and that's... So you can AFK after a... Right now, I could probably just AFK.
Oh yeah, no, with my Greek comp, I've got it down to pretty much an art where I do have to. The only thing I have to actually plane is the anti-tank guns. Outside of that, I'm good. Oh, this atomic guy has 721,000. Your traps are all popped, and you got weak defenses. Hey man, how you doing? My name's Chris. I'm from the Last Outlaws. I'm here to borrow some of your money. I'll bring it back when I'm done. I'm sorry. Poser.
So it's funny because as YouTube was like recommending stream, one of them was like watching kids with Tourette's walk through air, and it was just like this. I looked up the, like, I guess what it was, like the disease or whatever, and the illness, and it's just like they just have like, some of them twitch, most of them do like one thing, but like one guy kept saying like the C word, the C-U-N, you know, that word, and then he would say fuck off, and he would also say like there's another disrespectful one, like a super hard one, like yeah, the hard N word, and it was just like really bad that he chose that word to say so often. It was just like, okay, look, I get you have an illness, but can you please choose another word? Like, say whore. That's a better word than that word, you know? But he kept saying that, and like, it's just like the people's reactions while he's walking, and it's just like, it would suck to be that dude, especially since like every minute or so, you have to, like, they get this urge. It's almost like you're gonna sneeze. But like a lot of people, like when they have Tourette's and they first like start to deal with it, they kind of hold it back, and so that's like why they make like all those like strange, you know, motions with their hands or whatever. But once you start to figure it out, you just start to let it out. And like one chick, she kept doing Batman references. Another chick kept saying the word biscuits, and then this one dude was just saying the N word over and over again. It was just so weird. Oh man. God. Like, she'd be sitting there on the bus, and she'd be like, "Where is she?" Ah, I got the answer. Like, it's just like, That's a great like Batman and Joker impersonation right on the spot. That's great. You know, it's perfect. All right, I'm gonna be hold here. I'm gonna try to take this base out, which
I think that's my best loot of the day, and I've lost no troops, and I used one tactic. You still a 170 atomic, and there's a lot of buildings in a 170 atomic, right? I'll screw off and die. You don't stand a chance against my fat bazookas.
that like
Yippers. Oh, I lost a tank. That kind of sucks. I'll let you know the tally when it pops up here. There it is. Complete distraction, 33 seconds remaining. What do we got? 700, yeah, got all of his gold, 409,000 food, and 1,700 oil. I lost one tank and I used one decoy. Whoop, whoop. That makes me happy. Harry poked Norfolk for you. I love Harry. Yeah. I don't seem to have you on any of my lists. Did you want to go get signed up there, bud?
you see what I typed in general? I was like, we should totally welcome every person with this.
I could.
Please.
What mean with it? Who are you? I love it.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Every time I hear the words like "Who are you?" I think of a caterpillar. I would love to see that in a Discord somewhere. Someone enters and it just pops up in your face.
Here, I'll. Let's see. I think I've got tricks here. No.
I said. Like that's. And the fact that they have him smoking a hoop, you know, like, what are they thinking, you know? Oh, God. The Cheshire Cat, no, it's Cheshire.
The Cheshire Cat?
Cheshire Cat, I think is what they call it, what he calls himself, the Cheshire Cat. Yeah, because I thought it was Cheshire, he goes, no, it's Cheshire. But, dude, his whole thing was trippy. He's just like, oh my God. He would be the troll.
Trippy. Like that?
That would be the troll in real life. He was just like, maybe we should piss the queen off. And she's like, no, we should not. And the queen's like, who are you talking to? Like, it's so troll, dude. So troll. Then he puts the little, like, golf club underneath her skirt. So when she goes to swing it, she flips upside down. And it's just like, you are the... No. You're gonna get me arrested in real life. I swear, man. As an officer, maybe play with him. I should give some weed and have your fingerprints on it. Maybe we should fuck with him. No, get Cheshire Cat down. Bad boy. Maybe I should put your fingerprints at the crime scene. No, down. Bad.
Bad cat.
That'd be my well, just have a cat that fucks. Non-stop has to get me like arrested or killed.
Oh, what is
Sorry, had to take a leadering break for a second there.
Which?
Leadering break. Just.
Did you say a wienering break?
Yes, a
leadering.
A wiener.
Leadering.
Oh, a leadering break. I was like, a wiener? What?
Wiener break, right? Yeah.
You like a wiener break?
Yeah.
I thought I was the one that had kids.
Yeah, just trying to figure out who's gonna hit where for the rest of this war.
I'm thinking about it
I'm
right
catching
now.
up on your chat because you're not. So be quiet.
Tank destroyers are like heavy tank MK3s without Brandenburg on.
Pretty much.
Yeah, with a little
They're
bit more
amazing.
HP, yeah, and double the damage against tanks. Yeah, crazy. Heavy tanks.
Yep.
The fact that I feel like I would rather raid with tank destroyers. Than that's how bad this is. Like MK3s, but jeez.
Okay, so I'm gonna share it on Discord just because that's how I roll. So edit, pick up all. This is a primo example. This is a great example.
What was the premium?
I will.
Yeah. Keep it classy.
Someone's cooking something.
Yep. Not cooking, reheating. Key difference.
Yep. Okay, so
Chow mein and curry beef. Booyah.
I'm gonna go. Here's the store. I was supposed to go yesterday, and I didn't, and I slept all day, which is bad, but
I didn't eat dinner last night either, Lex. It's okay. It happens. Hell of a breakfast sandwich today, though.
Can we do hashtag small violin for Chris or for Clinton chat because he didn't eat last night?
Oh, I'm so hungry. I'm a big guy. I need my nourishment.
There you go. I'll feel for you, man. Crying for you.
big small violin.
Hashtag he needs a diaper. Yeah.
It's serious.
Okay, let's. All you people that are very confused out here will throw this one up here.
Maxing out. I think once Ethiopians is done, I'm gonna just run that in every battle and let's try to make it.
Heard the Zoot guys from the Ethiopians are awesome.
I was talking to Max. I'm like, Max. So here's the thing I noticed about EJKS's attacks. This Korean attacker. He uses generals, he uses heavy tanks, and sometimes I've seen him use bazookas, but he usually uses like howitzers, right? This Ethiopians like thing is so totally handcrafted for heavy tank users, and he sat there going, "I know, like I'm blown that they introduced that."
It is.
Like it's like, who else needs generals and factory troops with HP? Like, and then the fact that they give you a bazooka unit, holy shit, done.
It's literally exactly like you said. It's making them viable again.
Yep.
Single-handedly with the coalition. Which is fine. I think it should be.
Mm-hmm.
I have no problems with it. What do you guys think?
I love it. I'm gonna
Well,
run,
of course you do.
run level 7 both every war and just go probably Egyptians is what Howard was saying. If out of all the defensive ones, he says he'd pick Egyptians. So I just run a max Egyptian time.
Yeah, I think that ain't Maori depending.
As well as like,
One thing I want to know is if Maori applies to stronghold troops.
well, that's a good question.
Because that would make a big difference. Big difference. just for those key few bits. Like
Elephant archers with 30% more health than, God, please.
Yeah, I know, right?
Sign me up for the cancer treatment right now.
It's hard to say because the plane bonus doesn't apply. Same, but it'd be nice to know.
The other thing is we don't have a coalition that gives plane damage. I know that Amelia is supposed to help with that, but still, like right now the only one that does obviously is the Teutonic Fury, but still that's not really a buff there.
The Teutonic Fury.
Teutonic plane.
The Tectonic Fury. Okay, where's my screenshots? I don't care about that stuff.
Chris, if you were single right now, you would probably be sitting in pizza talking to us, going, "Yeah, dude, let's stay up till 3 a.m. and wait up for Maximus." Yeah, bruh. Like, right?
You think so?
What?
Yeah, I think that's what you.
So if you're, I hate that. If your troops end up here and they're going in this direction, based on, see, I don't even know if I can draw a circle on this freaking thing. I don't think I can, but somebody else can if they really want it.
The AI behavior is called circle around.
And draw.
Doing like.
So we could.
Oh, nice. Doom Raiders. You should come in Discord while you grill. I want to hear that spicy grill going off in the background. Psst.
Boom.
Hey guys, can you hear me? Psst. Psst.
Okay.
That's what I imagine a grill sounding like. I don't know. Not what it sounds
Lux is poor and doesn't have a grill. Feel bad for him.
I'm just bored of Chris. If we can just get someone else in here, that'd be great.
I'm right here, dude.
Oh yeah, no, and Chris and Clint is yeah. Clint's too much for me though right now. I need someone on my level. I need someone that's more closer to home. So yeah.
Okay, so Courier, check the DomiNations channel in Discord. You all can.
Everyone.
Everybody.
That's weird.
Everybody.
I'm
check it out.
excited.
Clap your hands.
I must check now.
Stomp your feet. Let's go. The hokey pokey, right? That song goes.
That's how the AI works. So like.
Nice. I like it. Yeah, look at that. They send out like a sonar beam and they're like, we're underwater. Oh, there is a wall there. A level 15 wall. We'll be here. 20 minutes. Probably. It's hot in San Francisco. I must imagine. If I ever visit San Francisco, I'm bringing like a giant, like 12-inch thick coat. I feel like that'll help me out there.
They just have one player that's high, to be honest.
I'm just gonna go in wearing a giant, fat, thick coat.
An impressive number, though, I must say.
Later, taters.
Yeah, I can get a tan. I wonder if that works. If you can actually get a tan by like going, like I don't know, somewhere like Florida and just wearing a tan. You know what you could do though is you could probably bring some eggs as you go. Like feel like a motivation station. Died by then.
Welcome to the incubation station. This is Lax. How can we help you?
I would like.
It's funny, my lifetime donation number got reset like last August, July. So it's like a year old, I think.
By Doom. Going. Wish claim.
Later taters. I like the fact that he called us taters. Referencing potatoes,
Yeah.
which Lash likes to burn.
He should have been like later burnt potato. There we go.
Yeah.
Done, dude.
But it was subtle. It was more subtle that way.
I think what he was trying to do was he was trying to set you off, Christopher, into this whole like how I burn potatoes thing. Like he was setting you up for like the perfect like gotcha lax, you know. So that's my theory.
What does this guy think he's doing? Okay. You're not being sneaky.
My name is JJJ, not that so old. Oh, well, I understand you.
I don't know what you said.
That's exactly what I said, but I could understand what you're trying to say, man. Once, just one time, speak to me. Speak to me. What do you want? No, just try it again. Live in what again? God. I will say this, if it's a strange fact, like a strange fact, it will probably get me chat, so try to be careful with that. That bad of a fact. So yeah, when I come back home, start worrying.
It's a fact.
I was kind of bored of the game. Bad, but
Right.
yeah. That's so like 10 out of 10. You wanna read that that strange fact there in chat, Chris? Saw you. You can do it in your Liam Neeson voice. Get your Aslan.
It's a fact. That word actually holds meaning and is valid in appropriate usage, much the same as bitch. Another strange fact. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got lots of strange facts, but that's the inappropriate usage of that word. And
Oh
not
wait,
a-
did he drop another one?
No, he didn't.
Oh, okay. So
I dropped him. You're in timeout, man.
yeah, you gotta tell you.
That's one way to make an entrance into a room.
Yeah, I told him. I was like, I warned him. I was like, your comment might get muted. I'm just saying right now. Like I know who I'm hanging out with, and I know that I personally would also mute you, but someone else would do it faster than I. Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's
Yeah.
crazy because like the more you start streaming, the more like the less tolerance you have for stuff like that. So like someone comes in and they like start spamming gay or F you, and I just instantly I don't even turn a cheek. I'm like, all
Yeah,
right,
not
done,
even wait.
muted, done, out.
Done.
Did you know that Leonardo? It's like I'm done, muted, can't even.
And cashing out the chips. Cha-ching. All right. Yeah, no, I have lots of strange facts in regard to the etymology of language and words because I'm always kind of curious as to where these things come from.
Where babies come from.
Pardon me? babies come from vaginas.
Oh. Oh.
I'm sorry, man. I know it's confusing.
I thought it was from wombs. Lax, womb is. Oh. They lied to me on the Discovery Channel.
Well, I guess it really kind of depends on what stage of the process you're referring to.
I love how you're taking full advantage of the fact that my stream you can pretty much curse as much as you want. So you're like, I'm just gonna say the word vagina on this stream.
I mean, I have no problem with it.
This is true.
Like, no pun intended, but you're literally stretching it a little bit, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, see, I have no problem swearing, and I have no problem with foul language, but and Fractured invaded chat while I was gone. He's like, "Oh no, I took over your job for your career, so buddy." No, I'll admit I have a sailor's mouth when it's appropriate, right? Mind your audience, and that's how I kind of operate, and that's how I teach my children to operate: is mind your audience and understand that bad language will often get you in trouble, and clean language will almost never get you in trouble. And you can insult somebody, and feel better about it using clean language. You can tell people to go away in nicer language, and it holds the same meaning.
No,
one of the significant differences is that it takes them about half a day to figure out what you actually told them to do. Yeah.
5 more. It's gonna be the longest 5 walls of my life because I really like these walls, Chris. I love barbed wire. I love it, man. It looks so good. If I'm gonna climb over that wall, I'm gonna cut myself. I'm gonna cut my leg, cut my arm. It's gonna hurt. But the white ones, it's like literally all you gotta do is just put some like K jelly on it and just slide over it. Like it's nothing.
What?
You free run over those bad boys, do you?
just...
Free run. Nicely done.
Thank you. Oh, another box base. Surprise. I love your box base. Thank you very much for building that. Lax, you've got to do more streams on how to build war bases.
Yeah, no, I should do them. Yeah, like, okay. Build a war base. You have to make it. Look, you've seen Walmart. You see what this shape is? A giant square. That's what you're after. And I'm going to link that guy from DomiNations International. Like the Joe. Oh, I can't say his name. But yeah, that guy. You know what I'm talking about, Clint, right? You're gonna put him up on a pedestal for a little bit, Gotta do is, and like he's got the right idea. He's going Super Saiyan in a year because he's building his base like this, boys. the comment where he's like, in a year, my base will be way better than everyone's because I'm doing this strat that works. It's like, please stop talking right now. You're done.
Lord banished. Pop. Yeah, you know what, my tanks go and deal with that. What I've noticed as far as the details, though, of this game, which is, I think, one of the advantages of this game and one of the appeals to this game, is even your heavy machine gunners, when they go in, they set up the tripod whenever they fire. When your bazookas go in, they actually get down on a knee before they shoot.
Goes to their...
So it's like these little tiny details that are there, which I think make the game, honestly.
Have you noticed that when you spawn the troops like near the water, they actually get jackets out? No, they don't. But
did you share the secret drop point?
yeah, definitely. I literally like ended the battle at like 1 second, and like Napoleon was just floating in the river, and I'm like, he's. Nobunaga gets really angry, so we just let him chill, you know.
Belly up.
He gets overheated very
He
easily.
just gets overwhelmed, guys. I have 5 range. I don't know how to use this 5 range. I'm just so angry right now.
I'll be in the river.
I'm gonna be in the river. Yeah, it's just...
He's fly fishing. He's fly fishing with that 5 range.
Shoo, shoo, shoo. That's the cast sound effect.
All right. Well, I've been working all afternoon. This is me working. I put a roast into the slow cooker, and I believe it is done. And Marla is going to be home shortly here, so I think we're going to go and maybe yank it out and slice it up and serve her some for dinner. But I'm not sure. Should I do a gravy? I think I have to do gravy.
Y'all like it up there.
What's that?
Poutine, just gravy in general. You like it?
Oh yeah. French fries, chicken gravy, and cheese curds. And you can even mix it up. Like there's even a restaurant that does nothing but poutine up here, like a fast food joint. I shouldn't say restaurant because that's an overstatement, but there's a fast food joint that does nothing but poutine, and they do varying styles of poutine. Wendy's had a special up here where they had varying styles of poutine as well. You can do like spicy poutine where you add jalapeno peppers and all sorts of, spicy food. What else is there? We do poutine like here, homemade poutine.
We literally got someone in chat just now from like literally coming out of thin air going, wait, it's my turn. Someone said poutine in a stream. I gotta go. It's my turn. I'm gotta go.
That's Elton. Elton's been following our channel for years. Actually, you know what's funny? You know what's funny, Lax? He's the one that named it and put in the suggestion to call it Relax with Christopher.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was Elton. Man. Hardcore.
The originality with that guy is so good, man. It's add an R-E. That's just 10 out of 10.
You're such a dick. Hey, dickhole. You wonder why your nickname is fucking Nipple Chips. Don't think too hard. You might bruise something. It seems someone cannot take a bath. Courier, you just wanted to advertise that you were bathing.
We're doing other things in the bath. Yep. Oh, Clint's aroused by that. Ooh. Call me Hobbit Zombies because I go.
I don't think that's the right adjective.
10 out of 10, son.
I'm gonna see if DomiNations will let me hop on Pop or Dr. Seuss.
Man, this is an obsession.
Dr. Seuss.
You should change your name to
Where did Mr. Brown go? Out of town.
Every single one of your war attacks, I fully anticipate that you memorize and recite Pop on Pop. No music, no talking.
Are you a god? Yes, Sam, I am.
Like, all during your war attacks. You've got about, 4.5 minutes you can do a recording of a war attack, so you've got to read Hop on Pop every single war attack. That's the deal. Okay, I'm seriously running away.
Sorry, seriously.
Clint,
see you later.
Do you have did I give you that link?
Yeah, I joined.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool. Yeah, I know I summarized it there, but if you would throw yours, because I tried tagging you, and I was like, where the hell is that guy? I swear I added him. But anyways, in any instance, thank you very much for having me, Sir Lax, and it was nice chatting with you, Clint.
Yeah, always. Take it easy, bro.
Later, guys.
And then number 2. Oh, dude, made it here.
So the sandbags they use in this alliance are the funniest thing ever. They have a guy that's got like he's got the I think the letters like way at the end of his name, right? So the two like
Yeah.
the three like
Sideways.
back way.
I've seen it all.
It's
We face
so
them.
troll, dude. It's like why? Oh my god, dude. So funny.
Awesome.
That's what you want to name your sandbag. You want to do it with style right there. That's it.
Yeah, it's something. It's kind of honestly like that whole concept just grates on me. Going up against those,
Yeah.
like I see ones that are like sandbags that are like next on sucks or next on fixed game or like like
Yeah.
drop to match or something, and it's like, don't you understand that you're just propagating the thing that you're complaining about and
Yeah.
how critical you are? Like, am I the only one saying this? But best not to get me started on said subjects. It's like the ones that are like, oh, I don't know, sexism is bad, but then I'm okay with. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like hard to verbalize, I guess. So yeah, when are you thinking of coming home?
12 hours.
Oh, okay,
Less than 12
Soon.
hours. Yep.
cool.
I'm lucky. You're lucky. I can't find any little globals. Or you mean atomics, right?
What?
Elton. Oh wait. He's talking to. Never mind. Maybe he's talking to me. Come at me, Elton. I dare you.
Bring it.
Sees Elton attacks. Uses 4 troop. Wow. I had one guy in Industrial Age use 4 troop cards when I had 220k oil. He attacked me and like 4-starred me and took all the oil, but it was just like, dude, 4 troop cards. I used like for multiplayer. Is that even? What part of your mind thought that's a great idea? I will use all.
Someone used a blitz against me the other day. That always makes me laugh.
Of it, not.
Yeah, but you don't war though.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So I get like a free pass every day, pretty much. Yeah.
I pretty much assume people are, and it's just like, well, it's in the context of the attack too, right? At the moment they drop it, more of like an oh shit, like let me see if this will help kind of thing, as opposed to going on your way in, regulated, typical fashion. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just makes me laugh. Context of it, or generals. Generals are always a good one too.
Oh my god.
Planes.
They use like the I think the level 40s and 50s. Don't do that. Use it for cleanup, but don't like make it the attack.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like,
starring level 50 Joan of Arc.
Let me see if this will bail me out of my shitty attack. Nope.
I'm in 2600 medals. I'm gonna lose this hit. Let me use. Yeah, like please stop.
Yeah.
Plan your attacks. Never avenge you. I hope you know.
Always.
No, I was talking to.
I know.
So like I can finally 5-star or get close to 5-star finally. So I can. Oh yeah, there's a bombard. Yo, let's see what happens. Oh, he's dead. Okay. Like the 5-star. Wait, you haven't gotten the achievement for being that high? You're a Kingdom Virgin. A Kingdom League Virgin. Yeah. You gotta go up for you gotta go higher, man. You got the 2600 Fire League. You just got the achievement 2200. I'm pretty sure you mean to say 20. Yeah. Oh wait, what? There's an achievement for that? It's been so long since I've. One's never lived on experience. College. Spending a night in prison. Wait, what, Lex? What? Flashback again? Base layouts. It's really bad because I've been looking. Shitty base. Last night before I went to bed, I just sat there and I went and pressed next. So I found something. Maxed out, I can't. I don't have like half the building. Oh yes! Get your yes. Wait, are you on Skype right now?
Yeah. No, I was just watching a IG thing. From a concert, evidently.
So I think I'm gonna swap to Romans, guys. The idea of having 7 heavy tanks to raid with, such a, oh my god. Like, there are times when I drop 5 and I keep thinking I have like a 6th one, because when I had the gladiator thing out, I had 6 and I ran 1 like rifle. One rifle for dropping medals, so I had to wait till I got retrained. But it was just like running 6 was like, oh, it was so nice. Like, you can just do the best split attacks ever. I think 7. Yeah, soon I'll have no more walls to upgrade. It'll happen. I think that's the best part though, is like whenever like, because like every day right now until I get my walls maxed out, I get to the point I feel like I have to get on and raid. I feel like I can get on and raid. Like, oh, I have like 100k oil at the raid. I can just go and enjoy. So that's the whole point. I don't really Unless Cold War comes out when I get my wall. I get so bored.
I think Cold War's coming out in like September or October, by the way.
Yeah, that's I saw Jar's comment.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
But everyone's been thinking it's.
Yeah. I said October, November originally a few months ago, if you recall correctly.
Well, no, I figured it would be because it's like comic came out last November. So if they don't have it, if they don't bring it out by fall, it's gonna be like questionable.
Yeah. What's going on, guys?
Industrial for like when Industrial Age came out was in like May, and when Global came out was like February of the next year after that. So that was like crazy. And then last year February, yeah, that's when it came out was Global, and then Atomic came out in like November, like October or something. I wonder if they'll increase the work pollution capacity to 4. God, running 4 offensive, like.
Yeah, he is killing it on his walls, eh?
I saw you have what 15, level 15, right?
Yep. Moving along,
Super.
plugging away. I'm not like making exceptional progress or anything, but I think I'm doing pretty good given where I'm starting. You know?
15 is enough to cover like a section of like an important like yeah, like that's good enough for like now.
I want basically 3 times what I have now. If I can get like 45,
yeah,
I could do a lot with that.
Yeah, you can.
Innovate design, if properly placed, you can do a lot with that. So that's my goal in the moderate short term. I wish it was short term, but like few months short term, But getting 30 more is, I don't do one a day. I wish I did.
Yeah, but then again, you're also going up from level like 10, so like you're jumping a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. A big jump. Each one cost me what?
25? No.
0.4, 4.3 plus 5.4 is 7.7 plus 6.3 is 8. 6 is 12, 14. 7.2 is 20, 21, 22, 21.5. So 20, 21 and a half-ish of math.
Yeah.
It's Friday, so give me some. Let's see.
Yeah. Being a numbers guy, he just, he only turns it on for like work, Oh shit, I lost a heavy tank.
21-ish for everyone. So I wish I could do 21 million a day, but unfortunately with like work and stuff, I just can't a lot during the weekdays. I do 1.5 to 2 on the weekends, but that's only 2 days. So
I think I'm gonna do what St. Howard does and just go focus on defense for. It's gonna take me.
I'm about to switch to Etonium. I told you that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm 1 worker short. It would have been done already. So I think I'm going to bury those workers in the university for, I think I have 3 days until I get more. So find some short-term university garbage to do for a few days. What do you think?
It'll be good. Should probably go Chinese and just get the extra. That all matters.
Ugh. Well, when I'm spending a bunch of crowns, and if I had my Final Fantasy crowns, I would, but that whole.
Are you still working on that, or is that gone?
I'm still working on it. When I go back up to Canada in like a few weeks, I might be able to finish it up. But either way, I'm still working on it.
Oh.
For now, via communicator, actually doing it. Like I said, I have like I should be able to log into the game and finish it. So it's precipitously close. I just hoping too much time doesn't go by between them changing companies for me to do it. And that was
Oh, stop shooting. Problem. Well, we're not gonna live. So I think what's gonna happen is for Jacksonville, the move for it, I was gonna take one-way bus ticket there, but instead, I think my dad just offered to take me down. That way, it would save him on shipping costs, so shipping everything down. So I think we're gonna do that.
nice. That's good to do that. Sounds smart.
He was like, he told me, you could just take one bus down to Atlanta, Georgia, and then take that another bus down to Florida, and then take an Uber to his house, and then you could probably take an Uber from the bus station in Atlanta, Georgia to the other bus station. All of that would cost you way less than what you're gonna be paying with $140 for a one-way trip. So I went online, did the math, and did the times, and I'd be sitting in 6 hours, but it's not bad. Saving bucks on a so.
Yeah.
Once I go down, get a job. My uncle likes to do a lot of traveling, but it's me and Dad's talked about it, but he's just like, what are you gonna do when he offers you to take you somewhere? Are you gonna go? And it's like, I don't want to. I'm a kind of guy that likes to get comfortable and stay where I am. So if my uncle were like, hey, we're going to Cuba for the weekend, you want to come? It's I don't know, man. That's you asked me to come to Jacksonville and you're gonna cover my stay here, and then you want me to travel to Cuba with you? Can you give me a few months to get used to this first, you know? So it's just because he travels a lot. Like they travel a lot.
Hmm. Well, I like traveling and I travel for work, so I'm used to it. But I've also been doing it for a long time, so you know, I understand figuring things out and stuff, but I also think it's good to experience new opportunities and not be like closed off to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think you'll just figure it out and kind of find your way. But I'd also be open to trying experiencing new things. You know, I mean that's kind of why you're going there, right? To some extent.
Exactly.
So yeah, just figure it out, man. You're gonna do good. It'll be good. I'm excited for you. I think about doing the same all the time. Just picking up a movie every day. Almost I think about it. But I gotta think like my job is here right now, and my job is good. You know what I mean? So it's hard to leave that for the unknown. It'd basically be doing the opposite of what you're trying to do. So it's a big picture responsibility wise. I don't do it. But that's the only thing that's keeping me from doing it. You know what I mean? So I think it's a good opportunity and something we're trying. You know, if it was the opposite situation like yours, I certainly would do it. So
Like eventually, you're gonna probably move to Canada, or you're gonna go out of Canada, California.
well, right now, I need to do certain things to make myself marketable if I go up there, like get my CPA, right? So for the near term, I think it's here. For the long term, I'm open to go wherever. You know what I mean? Honestly, I am. Just you gotta figure things out and do things like you know the right way, I guess. But many days I wish I had that CPA and I could just press the fast forward button. You know what I mean?
Yep. Forward. Kids. No, that's not how fast I wanted to go. But okay.
For now, you're only kid lax. Don't worry. You get spoiled. Only child syndrome. Haha.
Ugh. I don't know what that
I am.
part of.
Wow. It's good and bad. As you've missed.
Oh, my drone took damage. Fuck. Oh, blue stacks. I'm not alive, right? I'm playing the game, but I'm not alive. Yes, you have to check on me. Stupid. The bad thing is that in the last 4 days, 4 nights, I've lost almost 60k oil. the Raiders. I like at this point, I don't even care. Like, just let them come and take it. Like, I don't have enough workers to put them in. So I started upgrading the oil thing, the refinery, so I can start upgrading like other stuff. But I'm gonna wait on the airplane and the airstrip because I want to crown that immediately. I cannot raid without playing. Like, that is no.
Oh, it's a good one to crown if you're gonna crown anything. Airstrip, Mercs, Fort, Academy, Barracks if you're impatient.
Crown the mercenaries because I wanted to practice them. Oh, they're fun. I need to get 85 tanks. Are pretty. Not pretty. It's just that they do a lot of damage and they take a lot of damage. Like, it's just more than I have right now, and having a seventh to be able to run a seventh one with Romans, just it's such an. It just seems like the coolest thing for me. This is for you, Clint. With what group would you replace artillery if you don't want to attack with them? I do heavy tanks.
That or rifles.
And more rifles.
Or tanks, if you're French or Greek.
Man, you gotta have that time where you just like disconnect from the scene, just the race.
If you're British or Korean, rifle spam.
Yes, rifles.
If you're Romans or Germans, heavy tanks.
I'm so happy though, I'm finally over the crutch of I don't have a trading blessing. Boo-hoo. I actually raided with a like normal rifle and like healer comp. Dude, that clears a lot of bases and you can clear fast. It's so nice. Oh, I get bored of heavy tanks. I'll raid with that sometimes. There's a learning curve to it, but once you figure out like how to make it work barely, it's good. I love it. So I'm like, that's a good reason I'm so happy I'm British. I can swap to that whenever I want to, and it's like, it literally feels like I'm. Like,
yeah, it's awesome flexibility. It's super OP. You know what I mean? You're basically doing like the brain.
I have been fooling around with running, and I started running 5 tanks, and I slimmed it down to 4, and then when I feel like I started going with and it's just like 3 for me seems good. It's just like that's enough. Like you don't. Howitzers and.
Well, it depends on yourself as a player, right? You know, you got to find your own comp, all that.
Most people run like I've heard most people run like 2, 3, 4. No one really runs 5 though. That's just a lot. So I ran 5 and started getting used to it.
Leanne, are you talking about for war or MP? That would be helpful. Also, what are you running right now? Would be helpful.
She's Chinese. Or he's Chinese. I'm not really sure. More tanks and riflemen. You're Chinese. What age are you in? Other one.
Yep.
Lex, just stop copying and pasting. Like, say something original. Okay.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Yeah. $193 global. Oh my god. Your global age. Please pick up heavy tanks. It is broken AF in a global. It's broken. It took me 2 months to get my walls from level 11 to 14. It's broken. It's so broken. You should pick up heavy tanks.
Well, what's your current rating comp now? What level metal range are you in? Awesome.
In global, I would recommend any range honestly, but I feel like 900 to 1400. You can be up in that. Just don't go over 1400. Gold League is a little bit interesting for heavy tanks, but yeah, go for.
I ask right now because I'm in the 191 atomic, and I go super low metals, and I do a comp of tanks, Howie's healers, and rifles. a few foot for
I
cleanup.
mean, looting oil for
And
MK3. If you're global, you get MK3. Sorry, I'm nip. It's 160k oil, which I think you're aware of. But yeah, good.
But really, it doesn't like. I don't know. I just loot down there regardless of what I'm looking for, and do the same thing, and then try to lose single-digit amount of rifles, but troops every battle under training blessing, and whatever you're looking for will be. It's a numbers game, right? So if you're able to successfully loot low metals like that and just blast them out, whatever you need, you'll accumulate quickly. And maybe you press next once or twice based on the bases you're seeing and what you're looking for, but it's all available down there.
Is Norcoltone being an absolute dick in chat right now? Like in domination chat? Is that him being like in the Discord? Is that like, is he?
Yeah.
Dude, I want to respond going, no one fucking wants to go to that cancer like clan or whatever. Like, I wanted to say something like that, but I know that I'll get like stripped admin privileges for like a week and be like, you cannot say stuff like that on this server. Yeah, I really want to fuck with it. That's exactly why Joel left, because of you, Narkle. No one wants your cancer like around. Tell me, I'd say something stupid like that. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not really kidding though. Oh, not the other way. Oh, stop saying that, Lex. You're not kidding. Yeah. Yeah. I mean.
No, let me do it first.
Okay. Gonna one shot.
Go for it. That's all I had to say. Joel, don't talk shit about Joel.
I didn't talk shit about it.
Joel's a cool guy.
No, I said it must have been pretty bad for him.
Okay.
Storm was
He really is a good guy. Man.
I give him a hard time about stuff. I do.
Speak more highly of him. Like, he's been an amazing teammate, super helpful, very chattive, fun. I literally couldn't think one thing.
Yeah, I just I give him a hard.
As far as so far as about, and like, I only judge his time in PT, right? That's all I care about.
Yeah.
As far as him and being a teammate and his leader, that's all that matters to me. You know, what happened before, it doesn't matter.
If anyone's wondered why
they come here and they do what they do, and that's what we judge you off of. And he's been an amazing teammate, and you know, helping people out and donating and fun, and just, yeah, I couldn't speak more highly of the dude so far.
So. I made fun of him at the beginning only because like there'd be times in like while someone's streaming and he just comes in and wants his wealth, and I'm like, all right, just pipe it down, buddy. All right, we get it. You live in a place where money grows on trees. I get it. All right, I get it. Other than that, like,
yeah, maybe it's just what he chooses to spend his money on.
And it's like, maybe it is, maybe
like,
it's his life, but
like I said, it doesn't matter to me. Like, it's just all about what happens from the start you come in and moving forward. So I think he's been a great guy. I couldn't speak more highly of him.
Only people I feel like I have a problem from Storm Elite are the ones that made a big deal out of like the stuff in Deep Prime. Those guys, like, that's like, I don't know. It's It reminds me of when I
And
tried calling out
as
that
I,
one
as
dude.
I told you, privately, Joel was never a part of that. Spoke privately. He was always cool with me. So. But yeah, and NorCal Tone would be on that list, right? He's pretty awesome, dude.
Yeah, quote unquote awesome. Huh?
Yeah, really, really well spoken and thinks before he talks, and yeah, not emotional.
Not emotional at all. You're right, dude.
I mean,
He's got it together, dude. He's been practicing since he was 5.
He's such a trolling jerk. I've been poking him all day, by the way. It's been awesome.
I think it's like that one time I tried calling out this guy named Bulla out. I think is his name, Buzza, something like that. I was in industrial, but he had like max industrial walls, and his generals were like all the way up there. But he hadn't completed Robber Baron, and so I went onto this like chat where this group took him in because they're gonna use his offensive capabilities to hit like to win 2 attacks and more and get the hardest ones out of the way, right? And I tried to convince him that like he was like legit hacking, and I made myself look like an absolute idiot because I went wailing at this guy without. Like, I didn't have the proof of his screenshot that he sent me of his Robber Baron not being completed, but I had seen enough, and then, yeah, it was just really bad. It was just like, I didn't need to do that to myself. I didn't have to put myself out there like that, but it was very moronic. So, just some people do that nowadays, and it's kind of, you know, special. Like, some of the Storm guys, when they defeated us, were a little special about that, so it's kind of like, okay, man.
Well, yeah, they're not my favorite.
I don't really want to talk about it anymore, though. To be honest, it's just
I judge people on their reactions. I feel like if someone comes out, that's something. Wait, why is this base showing up like 5 times?
I think they're very skilled and playing a different level than us, and I just
I think skill would have to be.
don't have much respect for how they do it on
There
any
you go.
level, as far as getting players or how they represent themselves, anything like that. So, yeah, they suck, but that's on them, and whatever. They're still very high level, very good as an alliance, you know.
See, I've actually am starting to question now, and I'm very like about questioning stuff. So like, is it they're good because they pay to win, haha, or is it they're good because if you take the troop cards away, they can still 5-star? I don't think anyone really knows the answer to that one.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So that's.
But they have a lot of high level players there. So I'm sure they could be very good in any environment, you know. But yeah.
Leanne, you can honestly go and do MK2 rating. Honestly, you know, I did it with MK1s, and I did it with the French, so I didn't have like that much. And you have to learn how they are. They are very slow. They're very they have a very specific way of moving. You have to get used to that. And then you have to figure out what it is that you want to run with them. Some people run howitzers, some people run healers, some people run like rifles like I do, some people like Max do like a mixture of like howitzers and like German troops, you know, like because that's what you gotta figure that out. I feel like going with MK2s is good. You figure out where you stand.
So I was just trying to throw off your game by speaking in German.
Oh yeah, I like it, man. Yeah. Yeah, you can't like so with me. I started slow, so I started off with like the crappiest of bases. Like, I started off with like the worst part. Like, just all right. This base has like no walls. How do I work these guys, right? And it was pretty easy because I understood tanks. I was doing 10 tank ratings, so like I kind of got the gist of it. But it's a different like normal tanks. They're fast. They kill defenses, and then you get raiders to kill everything else. That's easy peasy. Do that once, like a few times. It's really easy. You can honestly run like any sort of. You can run a paratrooper in a plane. You can run a bomber. You can run 2 bombers if you wanted. Like it's very very easy. But when you start moving heavy tanks, you have to be like very you have to like know how they move and like kind of predict their movement and just kind of start planing stuff. Like right here when I do these attacks, I have to be very careful how I hit because if I send my planes in too many times, especially around all the towers, they will die. So I have to rally my tanks more often. Not bad, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. $12, huh? PT Survivor Island, who might kick.
MK3s make it. I want to say like you need to have. I'm sure this is something you've heard, but you need to have splash damage. The 15% fire rate research that you only get in global. So sorry, courier, but you only get that in global. It helps. It increases the DPS by like at least 200. It's really nice. And then obviously having Brandenburg Gate is gonna be good because then you get something. Or and then you also get. Why did it send 3 up there? What the hell? What the fuck is this misclick bullshit? Step 4. So yeah, remembering Courier's question about how many triplane MK3s does it take to hit a tower. It's hard to answer that because of research is a factor, you know, the hit points. But before research was a thing, you can use 3 planes and it should 3 should work, I think. Kill 1. I think. I don't remember. You have to experiment. It's been a long time. I don't have that answer right now. Alright, let's see here. This guy kill it. Do a quick little speed rally on this tower here. Let me break out the pen, make it kind of clear. Try to do like a one-time. All right, so oh wait, is the music loud? Wonder. Not slow. Okay, good. So. Go ahead and hit a base like this. Look next. I'm actually gonna. I want to hit bases like that though. I want to get like, and that base out. Mind you, hitting in global age is a lot easier because you get to hit industrial bases and you don't have to worry about sand batteries. Like, oh, here we go. Okay, good. So the one thing I noticed about this is like there's a tower here, and there's an anti-air here. So I could probably send a plane in to kill this guy, but it'll probably take 3 hits. So like, a strafe is 2 hits, right? Planes, actually, 2 strafes is 2 hits. Every strafe is 1 hit. So it would take me 3 hits. So you send 2 planes in, and one's doing a loop-de-loop. Would I really want a plane doing a loop-de-loop in this area? Heck no. So what I'm probably going to do is do an alt drop here. So we can hit this guy, and then I'll rally this guy. And then I can plane these 2, because then my planes in this area are out of, like, danger, right? So this is what you would do. Go, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just drop them off, right? Kill, 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 kill. Kill the town center, please. Rally that. 2, 1, 2. Alright. So then the next part is we're looking at the base. There is another one here, right? So you gotta look at this guy, and possibly this guy, and then this guy will have like a range of here, so he'll hit any plane that comes in. So when you send in the planes are gonna go like this, and they're gonna turn like this, you know? This is about how they'll turn. It's like a heart shape, right? So this guy's gonna get hit, this guy's gonna get hit, you know? So what you wanna do is, you wanna wait right now, for these heavy tanks here to destroy some part of this base. So like what I'll probably do is wait till they get closer to here, this building or this building, and then rally this. That way I don't have to worry about getting my planes in a sticky place. What I can do for preparation in the meantime is not do that, but whatever. Is I can look at killing these two. So I can kill this guy and then drop rifles over here for cleanup, or I could drop rifles here to this guy for cleanup. I got a few options. Wait for this castle to go down. Actually, if you can take the anti-air out before you kill the castle, that would be great. But there we go. Dead. This guy's dead here from this guy coming in. Kill this guy here. Drop the rifles. I have British rifles, so that's what I choose to use. I'm gonna use them at max range. So this is the max range here. They'll kill this guy. Hopefully. In the process, yep. That's all the the cannon towers gone. Next biggest thing is the stronghold, but he's gonna die here. You always want to like drop tanks in a place where you can take out towers. Destroyed. Okay, wait, 100%. So you prioritize, like, if you want to do exactly how I do it, you have to prioritize the towers. So when you drop your heavy tanks, you have to focus on killing the towers first. And then you kill the anti-tank guns. So, and then also, like, you'll notice that sometimes I focus the, like, anti-tank guns or whatever first. Because if my tanks are all rolling in, and there's, like, 3 cannon towers right there, and they take 1 shot and it, like, cripples my heavy tank, I'm done for. So I know that I have to risk losing a heavy tank or putting my planes in jeopardy. But they'll come out alive barely, so, you know, I kind of make that decision. So here, what I could do here is drop a rifle guy, drop a heavy tank like this, kill this guy. Dude, you sound like a whip. Good sounds, dude.
Me?
What are you making? What's that sound you're doing in the background?
Okay. Well, I'll mute myself. Sorry about that.
Are you burping yourself? Is that what's going on?
No, not at all. Why would you? I'm literally just lying down.
Okay. Like, got himself over like a table. It's like patting his own back. Hey Clint, you're gonna make it through this burger. Can do another balls. I don't know, man. I don't know what pace to set myself for these walls. I think I might do 4 a day. 4 white walls a day. I don't know. Greatest attackers away. I don't know. It'll take me over a month to do 4 walls a day. And then in global, what I've seen is I've seen people, like, I even tried this. You can try like 4 heavy tanks and like, or 3 heavy tanks and like a bunch of tanks. And the reason you can do that is so the tanks walk over the like mines first, and they go and stand up in front of like the cannon towers first. Try that.
Oh.
You could try tanks and like howitzers and like an army, but the heavy tanks are really slow. So when people like, I've seen people that make it work, but it's still like different. Very, very different. Normal tanks, they run. They go forward at hyper speed, right? Heavy tanks, they just like, if you're using British, your heavy tanks are gonna be walking right next to your tanks. It's really weird.
Yeah.
So.
I've never done heavy tank attacks, so I really have zero comment or insight. I wish I could. But yeah, man.
So for this base, I see that there's these 2 towers here, but there's this guy here. So what I can do is I can probably drop, a tank here, and then I'll probably drop a tank here to clean this up here. I can drop a tank here. I can drop a tank here, and I can probably drop one here. So one of the cool things you can do is when there's a situation where there's cannon tower like this out, but you don't want your tank to take any damage, you drop like a rifle or two, right? Did it fire? Wait for it to fire so that way it's on cooldown. Oh, it's so good. God tier. You go 1-2. Boom, dead. Okay, drop 2 here. We'll drop another one. This guy should take. Here, so then what we do now is we focus on the towers, and we. The reason I focus on towers is towers eat up your planes. So if you don't have towers around to eat up your plane, literally, like right now, at this point, I can literally just kill this guy without any harm. My planes. Yep. The readout, but they don't really do anything. I can technically just wait for this guy to kill this guy right here. Boom. All in again. Now what you can do is you can drop the rest of the rifles. I'll probably do them right here. Still popped it off. Are you serious? I don't have to worry about this guy. This heavy tank. Not like this. Not like this is a stinking like bazooka tower that's gonna one-shot my heavy tanks. Yeah, it's a different muscle, man. Or damn, I don't really. I'll just call you Leon. Yeah, it's a different like tactic, but it works. And you can't hit every base, unfortunately. You can't go out and just hit every single base and hope to God that you'll like get it. You have to hit very specific bases. Alright, so for this one, there's 3 towers here, but the towers are really wanting to take out is going to be these 2 to be able to take out these 2, right? So what I can do is I can probably do like a drop here where I can have the tanks go like this, kill this guy, and I can probably rally this guy and plane this and this guy right here. That way my planes take the least amount of damage. But from the top side, it looks like I'll be able to just drop in. So I'm going to actually plane these guys real quick. Oh, I got. I can go 1-2, 1-2. Keep it relevant. We're all dead here. Yeah, I got my MK2s coming out in like I think 2 days. Sucks. So what you do here, you would do a nice little just patient rally here. Just do the rally here. Up top. Now I can wait for the anti-air and stuff here to die, and then send the planes in right now. Boom. Suppressed. The fact that it gets suppressed is good. Yep. That's all you need. Okay. At this point, gotta get this guy and this guy to die, because that's a lot of damage for planes to take. And this guy would take 3 hits, so 2 planes will come in, and then 1 plane will be doing a loop-de-loop. I don't feel comfortable with it doing a loop-de-loop with stuff here. I can't. So what I'll do is probably rally, or just be careful and watch the map here. I'm hoping that my heavy tank will kill this and then kill this guy here. So if he kills the anti-air, I can... Okay, you can take some damage or a tank. Loop and or is fine. Probably just No, you can drop them together. I drop them together. Especially if I'm attacking a base with like higher level walls, I drop 2 together. I'll even drop 5 together. I don't even care. Metals. When did I drop metal? 600 metals is like the golden metals for me right now. That's so nice. Like if I'm hitting a base like this, I'll drop like, if I'm gonna attack him from this side, I'll probably drop 3 heavy tanks just so they can break the wall faster. It's better to drop them separate, spread out, because what happens is if you have like 5 heavy tanks attacking the same thing, it's inefficient as compared to having like 5 of them attacking 5 different, or you know. So, but sometimes you need to drop 5 in the same spot. Alright, this base is gonna be interesting. Let me see how I work my magic on this. I'll probably have to do a rally or drop them here, or have them break the wall here so I can kill this right here. I'm gonna kill this and then plane these 2. Probably what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna just drop down here. Really, like right here, I would drop them together so they break the wall fast, and I want to keep them together. I want to keep them within this parameter right here. So I can do rallies to make sure that they stay within these walls here. It's a I'm gonna rally them here because they'll kill this guy, and then I can just send my planes in and do this. Yeah, this is perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Kind of bad here, but they should be able to kill this turret. This guy and kill this guy here. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So before I go in for this guy, I'm gonna kill this guy off the bat. I'm gonna rally on him too. Okay, rally. Faster, and at this point it's over. I could have dropped a heal, but I don't think I need a heal. Right. I need to figure out what's in this. It's nothing. Can do rally on right here. Wait, there's a. Oh, I lost the heavy tank. What? Oh shit! No way. Gotta crown that one. I didn't realize his factory would have dropped a heavy tank. I was not paying attention. Got the good stone. Wait, oh my, that's so, that is so, that's so troll, man. Bye. Clint, are you there? Can you give me a base design for, like, MP? I don't have one. Send me something. Send me something, like, decent. I don't care if it gets 5-star or not. I'm gonna get attacked by Elton tonight. Give him something that...
I don't have any MP bases though. It's all war.
I'll make it work. I don't have the extra, like, readout or tower or cannon tower or anything like that.
Just use the one
The one you have now?
Diamond. No, it's a diamond design. So, like, it's same space, same floor base. The diamond design that's like the stronghold in the middle and the town center on the left and the density lower right and the.
You're muffy. You're very muffly right now.
Ah,
Oh yes, I can hear you now.
face. It's the one I can't beat it. It's really hard for me. I don't get it. But I'm gonna go though.
Okay.
Tired. I'll send you a base on
Okay.
DM.
I'm gonna go soon too. I'm gonna get some store supplies, but what? Sent me a, is it a Facebook thing?
Me? No.
Sorry, no. That's...
I don't even think I'm friends with you on Facebook. Burn. Yeah. I'll send you the space, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh, this song. Ironic plays now. Dude, if I can't come up with a base design like this here with like white walls in like a month, then there's something's wrong with me. 1100 metals is pretty good for a tank rating. I know you're industrial, but still, been rating at with Mrs. Lax around like 900,000 metals. Not bad. It all just takes like getting used to. So you could rate it like obviously Dynasty compared to like 1,000 metals, and it just takes time to get used to. I find that the higher the metals you go, the more oil, or the more consistent the oil is. All right, so for this base, we have these guys right here. They're big players, right? Gonna hurt my planes, but what I can do is I know that I can take this guy out with 2 planes, and then I can drop the tanks right here, and I can probably have them eventually come kill this guy and then rally this guy. In which then what I would do is plane this guy because he's pretty much on an island by himself. Then what I would do is plane these 2 guys, only to plane these 2. Yeah, you follow me along? All right, let's go. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't care. Let's drop them all in this spot. And like this, kill you guys here. Save your rally. Okay. Rally onto. Reason I want to rally this guy is I don't want my planes getting in here. Like I just can't. No, my tanks are tanky. They can deal with this. So let them walk up. Okay, rally now. Okay, so I don't need to see the health. I know they're tanky enough to handle that. Yep, got it. Alright, baby. Alright. At this point, this will die as well as town center. I could plane this here. I could plane this tower is fine, but this kind of stuff here, just let the tanks kill. So, yeah, you can see my planes there taking some damage. The condition to kill this guy is when this guy drops. I can then plane these 2, honestly. So, just to be, this is just safe. This is me being absolutely safe, being absolutely 100% certain that I can get away with this kind of stuff, right? So, like, I'm gonna just rally this guy right here, right? Oh, he's dead. Easy peasy. Let's see here. Here I was thinking it would take me 2 weeks to get my walls, all my new walls to level 14. It's literally taken 3 days. Oh my god, it's so funny. Oh jeez. I love these bases. It gives so much. Oh, you're hitting bases at that high? Yeah, good luck. I have no idea how that works. I think I was hitting at 1800 and I understood enough of heavy tanks to make it work, but I was hitting baby bases to climb. I I don't know. You're on your own on that one. I can't give you any any help if you're rating that high. I know you're going for a goal, but I don't know. I would say go for baby bases and can find them, but I don't know how that goes. Let's see here. Wasn't finished by now. It's oh yes. We have 3 walls left. 3 level 13 permanently. Well, actually not permanently. Until the next age, of course. Got 3 of these left. Yeah, we have like, okay, let me look at the my gates. Let me go look at my gates. Oh, 12 level 14 gates. Let's go. Oh, look at that. 152 level 14 and B13. So nice. Oh yeah, so tanks dying. Yeah, that's the other thing is if the guy is, let's say, British and he has a command post, right? And the British rifles come out, or the Chinese rifles come out, or the Korean rifles, especially the Koreans, are a pain in the ass. They come out. 4 of those, it will take them 20 seconds to destroy a heavy tank. Because they deal, like, real life, they deal, like, a lot of damage. So, if there's just 4 rifles, British are, like, probably the most annoying because of their range, but the Koreans deal a lot more damage. So, it's like those guys come out and you just let them have free pot shots at your tanks. Your tanks will drown. They will die. And it's just like you're just sitting there and you're watching going, holy, that damage. Crazy. Oh. And batteries, are they up? Oh, this is easy. Yep, that's like it gets me because I watched a few replays on it and I was just like, oh shoot, dude, this guy's Greek. So oh, scrolls, nice. Like I'm max on them, but it's nice. Okay, so these are the kind of bases though that you'll be getting in global, like when you start reading. Like these are so easy to hit. 3 again. What the fuck is this click? I'm clicking 2. Oh god, dude. Oh, that's way too many. Yep. Rifles do a lot of damage. It's really annoying, especially if they have like a command post next to a bunch of like towers and there's like 2 or like, you know, specific anti-tank guns there. I'm like, alright, am I gonna burn a sabotage here? Probably am. I don't ever do it, but it's like the thought goes through my mind because I'm like, I'm gonna lose more than a plane if I send my tanks in there. So, so oh gosh. Not much oil bases, but I've rated about 50k oil today, I think. But yeah, about 60, I think. 60. I invested, yeah, in a general to go up, and that's like 40k. No, so I've done 70k oil so far. Holy shit. Wow. 3 hours? Okay, is acceptable. Need them to kill this castle so I can rally that cannon tower. I cannot rally on the castle or speed rally right now, so I have to be very... Oh, nice. This is easy. God. I can't wait to hit bases like this when I have MK5s, dude. Those cute little, like, light tanks that just won't stand a chance. Alright, I can afford a speed rally here because we're up on the... It's something I've noticed it's a really bad idea to speed rally when one or more of the, like, when any of the tanks are breaking a wall, because what happens is you boost them either forwards, backwards, sideways, whatever direction they're going to boost into from the rally, and then they'll try to break a new wall. So you're wasting time. So I don't like to speed rally when they're hitting walls or they're about to go through, like, start chewing through the middle of a base, because it's like, it doesn't really help them. Like, they don't seem like they just sit there and attack anyways. Like, they're just like that last base with all those walls. Speed rally towards the end is fine because they have more open space to travel through. But when it's closed space, it doesn't really help because I mean it doesn't do anything. Okay, I mean sure it helps a little bit, like maybe a few seconds, but it doesn't really like do anything because they're not moving. They're more attacking the entire time. So, and the rally doesn't increase attack speed, so it doesn't matter, you know. If it increased attack speed, I'd be rallying like a madman more than I am now. I'd be German, honestly, like, but it doesn't. So. No. Oh, look at this base. It's nice. tank. I'm gonna die unless I kill this tower. So, I had noticed that the other barracks didn't spawn troops, so I was okay dropping that. Oh, this is nice. I hope to God. I know he's got sand batteries. I'm gonna hit it, but I just hope to God I don't get caught and like destroyed, because that could really kill me. But we're gonna try. I'm hoping he like has crappy level sand batteries. That's all I can hope for it. Let's find out. They're not bad. They're level 1s. Thank Jesus. Thank the Lord. But he's atomic, so there's gonna be more than one. Okay, so at this point, I had to be very patient and figure out how to. Back for me? Probably. Can I get away with this? These are my strongest plants. If there's a sand battery here, I should be fine. Oh, we have one tank. We lost one tank already. Okay, whatever. Pay for that. Goes to pay for that. 6.3. So yeah, this might be the last attack I do for the night, which is. Oh god. If there's a sand battery out here, I'm so done for. Loop-de-loop's my favorite. There's a potential predator out here. I'm gonna do loop. Oh. Wait. Alright, listen to this. Holding my plants. That's a heavy tank there, but I got to do the extra wall. Yeah. Left. Alright, I gotta go. There. Out. Yeah, when you get to atomic, you get 3 guaranteed. Just by, like in global, they give you 2 off the bat. No, sorry. Yeah, in global, they give you 2 off the bat. You do a 3rd one in research, but you have to go, like, to the end of the research, like, book to get it. And then in atomic, you have a 3rd one they give you for free. So I assume all atomics have 3. And unless they're really, like, rooted into the Library of Research, they're gonna have 4. So, that's the safe assumption. Alright, well, I gotta go. Catch you guys later, bye.